Hi, Cole. Can I put you there? Yeah, you can put me there. We have a very special guest tonight. Right, Cole? Right, Steve. Please welcome visual artist Jenn Stark.
Hello. Thank you for having me on the show.
Did you like the intro?
I loved it. Cole's cute.
Yeah, thanks. Will you shake his hand?
Hi.
Cool. Hi, Jen. Thanks for coming in today for being a guest. How did we meet initially?
Well, we were just talking about Saley.
Yeah.
I think
Shout
we
out
met
to
through
Saley.
her.
Shout out to
Thanks,
Saley. That's the homie. Mm-hmm.
That's how we met.
And we met at a New Year's party. Right?
Yeah.
It was like near Mount Washington?
Yeah, I think it was on Mount Washington or Glass Hill Park. Oh, excuse me.
I'm choking on LaCroix.
Excuse you.
I'm choking on LaCroix. Whose house was it?
I think it was just one of our friends that randomly lives there for like less than a year. But it was like definitely a mushroom party. People were
you were
eating mushrooms,
shrooming.
Probably.
I think several of you guys were. How was that night for you guys?
Was it 4th of July?
Yeah,
right.
It was either 4th of July. It was something like
something
that.
with fireworks. I like eating mushrooms when I look at fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, have you done that? Have you done that a lot, or?
Not a lot, but you know, like 4th of July. I feel like every other 4th of July I do.
Really? Mm-hmm. Cause your style, like, I want to get into it because it's very unique and it's color. You know, it's all about color and stuff and patterns and stuff. And I always wondered, did you get a lot of influence from psychedelics?
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actually, how I started my style.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay.
Okay, sorry. I do it every. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I like that.
Yeah, it's gonna contain in there.
Cool.
But I'm still here. My mind's still here.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
So
great.
yeah. Your style.
Started my style probably in like college or something.
Mm-hmm. And where did you go to college?
MICA, Maryland Institute College of Art, Baltimore.
Wow, East Coast, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm from Miami, so I'm an East Coaster.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Okay, keep going on that. I like that. I like what you...
So, yeah, kind of didn't really do too many psychedelics like early on. Mm-hmm. It was more like kind of more recently or like 25 and up.
Really?
But I think it just came, you know, from inside.
Wow. It just comes from
within. The crazy
within.
psychedelic thoughts. And then it just kind of enhanced it once I went into that world. Yeah.
I just had a visual of you. I could have sworn I saw you that night, and because they had an outside area, and I think maybe either you were like laying on it was like some kind of outside couch area. I think on Saley's lap or one of your friends' laps, and just like looking out to the fireworks.
Oh, really?
But I could, I remember that. I'm like, wow, like.
Trippy.
Because I was like, because I wasn't doing shrooms because I'm sober. I don't, I used to do it, but I always thought like, wow, like they're like just seeing you and your friend, like you guys are so calm. Like I would never be able to be at a party like that around all those people. Mm-hmm. Like I don't even know how you guys contain yourself like that. But you were like it's the impression I got is you were very like mellow, just chill.
Yeah,
like
I am
so
usually.
Thanks for coming, man. This is awesome.
Course.
Let's start from the beginning, or like like where you come from.
Right.
So you're from Florida, you said?
Mm-hmm. From Miami, Florida.
Shout out to Florida. There,
Hell yeah, Miami.
Yeah. What's it like growing up?
305.
Yeah, what's it like growing up in Florida there?
It kind of feels like another country, like
it does.
South America or Cuba. There's just like so many different cultures down there, and yeah, like I didn't realize how different it was until I went to college, like actual real America. Like everybody in Miami, like 90% of Miami speaks Spanish.
Really?
It's like it's cool. It's like
yeah.
a lot of awesome culture and variety, like different types of people.
Mm-hmm. Were you always into? How'd you get into art and stuff?
Well, my grandpa was an artist.
What's his name?
Jang Stark.
Shout out to Jang Stark.
In heaven.
In heaven. Jang Stark in heaven.
I called him Papa.
Yeah, he was an artist?
But yeah, he was an artist.
What kind of art did he do?
He did like watercolors and landscapes of like nature and like animals and sailboats in Miami. Yeah.
He does watercolors?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. That's hard to learn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we've had other artists on here. They've mentioned that watercolor is hard to learn.
It is.
Do you do watercolor too?
Not really. He like taught me a couple things, but I like acrylics better.
Yeah, you're good at that. Yeah, we'll get into that too.
All right.
So did he raise you?
No, he was just like the artist of the family. And then my parents raised me, and he lived like 5 minutes away, so I would like go to his house and
he inspired you.
Yeah.
That's pretty inspirational, huh? As
Definitely.
a kid.
Yeah.
So and then do you have any brothers or sisters?
Mm-hmm. 2 sisters. One's a doctor.
Okay, let's shout them out real quick.
Val.
What's up to Val?
What's up, Val? Well, Jacobson now.
Val Jacobson.
Yep, married with 2 kids.
Yep.
And then Vicky Stark, the younger sister.
Vicky Stark in the house.
What up, Vicky?
Where's she at?
She's in Miami.
She's in Miami still.
Yeah.
No brothers?
No. I consider myself the brother of the family.
2 sisters.
Yeah.
3 girls.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 girls.
So when did you? Okay, so you're around your grandfather, but when did you decide? Do you like take art classes or like how?
Yeah.
How did you like? Because you're deep in it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like how did you get to that point?
I mean, I always liked doing it. Like when I was super young at the house, just like cutting things up, like collaging, drawing, painting, and he would do little art classes with me, like just lessons at his house. And then when I got older, I started going into magnet art programs. And
what's magnet art?
So magnet art programs in Miami and Florida, it's public school, but they have funding for like arts? All different kinds of art, and you have to like apply to get in.
So you have to get accepted.
You have to show that you're like either talented or like have a lot of drive or
And how old were you when you did this?
That was starting in like 4th grade.
Thanks. So hella young.
Yeah.
So you were in it young, 4th grade, elementary school.
Yep.
And you got accepted.
Yep.
First time you got in. Okay. Do you remember that? Do you have memories from back? Like you can remember that far back?
I don't know about 4th grade, but when I had to apply for like elementary, middle, and then high school.
Yeah.
But I definitely remember like the middle and the high school, like being super excited, especially my high school, New World School of the Arts.
Yeah.
It was like one of the best art schools almost in the nation, and it was like all for free. Like you had to apply to get in.
Where's it located again?
In downtown Miami.
Downtown Miami.
Yeah.
You're like alumni there now, huh?
Yeah.
You could probably do seminars there.
Maybe.
Do workshops there now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you get into that school?
Like 98, I think.
98.
1998.
Okay. High school.
Graduated in 01.
Wait, hold on. What high school did you go to? Yeah.
That was New World School of the Arts.
Oh, yeah, New World. So that was your high school?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that experience like going there?
That was amazing. It was almost like...
Co-ed, like...
Yeah, co-ed. Do you know the movie Fame?
I wanna live forever.
Yeah, like just kids like going wild, like so happy, like fulfilling their dreams almost. That I feel like that was pretty close to my high school.
So when you say arts, it's like
all the
dance and
there would be kids like doing cartwheels in the halls and like singing like musical theater.
Oh,
it was really
that's
crazy.
So cool.
It was awesome, and it was small. There was like, I think like 130 kids in my class.
Do you make friends? Do you have like your group of friends?
Of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you weren't into partying or nothing, like you're...
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of straight edge, like, in high school.
Really?
I just didn't want
Yeah,
to.
yeah. So you're just focused on your art.
Yeah.
Is that where you developed your style, like, now?
Not really. I was definitely into like labor intensive, like meticulous work, but
Give me an example of that.
like I made a bunch of little like wire creatures in like high school, but instead of making like one of them, I made like 100 and just like displayed it in the hallway.
Dope.
Yeah, so that like just love of like labor intensive stuff just carried on. And
How did you learn that trait? Like, because that takes a lot of patience and just hours, right?
Yeah, I don't think you learn. I think you just have it like you want to do it.
So James has it. You got it. Maria got, because
there you go.
You guys, that's the thing. They all have a common theme, don't they, Bryce? They have that trait about all of the successful ones that have been here. They have that where they could. Would you say you were kind of a loner too, because you kind of have to be to get that good at whatever you want to do?
Not really. I don't know if I'm a loner.
But back then you had good balance.
Yeah, I
so
think
you
so.
could get your work done, and then you had a social life.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you grew up in the 90s. So then this is the 90s?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I believe in the 90s, like 80s and 90s, movies were like $5 or it's
Yeah.
cheap. Yeah.
It changed a lot.
It's like $20 now.
It's
for a
crazy.
ticket, huh? Damn,
It ain't
ArcLight,
right.
Yeah. You seen Suspiria?
I did. I saw the opening, the like release at ArcLight.
It was kind of cryptic.
It was
Maria
crazy.
worked on it. The diary.
Oh,
She did the
what?
art. Yeah, she did the artwork in the diary.
That's awesome.
Remember, you know what diary I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Check out Suspiria. It will mess your mind up. I need to see it one more time. I don't even know what happened still.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So what was your initial reaction? Like, were you tripping on it? Like,
Well, I don't usually like horrors, actually.
this was like Rosemary's Baby.
This
Like,
is
was
weird. It's like
yeah, this
abstract
is, you
horror.
guys seen it yet? No. God, these guys. Yeah,
It has really good actresses and actors
the way
in
it
it.
was shot too.
Yeah.
Beautifully shot. Like the set design and everything.
Amazing director.
Are you? So you like going to you saw a lot of movies growing up there in Miami?
Not
as
a
well?
lot,
No?
but
You see Bully?
no.
But
I
that's set
didn't.
in Miami.
I know. That's a movie I need to see.
You ever seen Bully? That's Larry Clark, right? He did Kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
But when I think of I've never been there. But when I think of Miami, I think of that movie.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of marsh, like swampy?
Yeah.
That's really what it's like.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but yeah, there's a lot of like Everglades and like it's really
Marsh,
tropical.
swampy.
Mhm.
What's the weather like over there?
Super wet and like humid.
Sticky?
Yeah.
So this is heaven compared to that. As far as
Yeah.
weather.
I mean, Miami weather, winter weather is really nice.
Oh,
It's,
it
like,
is?
perfect.
What's winter like over there in Miami?
It's like LA spring, maybe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the people like there? Like in your hometown? Like what? Was it a small town or?
No, Miami's not. It's, I guess, it's like a few million people at least.
Okay, it was Miami. Oh,
Yeah.
Miami
proper.
Okay.
City.
I thought maybe it was an offset from Miami, but you're actually in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So let's go back to your so high school, and then you finished. And then did you go to where'd you go to college and everything? Or?
So I went to college in Baltimore.
That's right, Baltimore, Maryland.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what made you decide that particular school?
Mainly the school was really good and they gave me the most scholarship. So I'm like, all right.
So you had a free ride?
Almost. Yeah. It was like 75%. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
So you stayed at the dorms, or did you get your? Well,
I did.
So what was? That's a
It
different.
was fun.
Yeah,
I recommend people.
I did too.
You
But I had a horrible experience.
Oh God.
yeah,
Sorry.
like the guy. I went to Arizona State.
Okay.
And yeah, the guy, the guy I lived with would wear my clothes. Like I came back from class, one of my classes was canceled.
Ouch.
He was wearing my stuff, and I was like, "Dude, what are you doing, dude?" And he's like, "Oh, I thought it was cool, man." I'm like, "No, it's not cool. That's my clothes."
Whoa.
So, what was your roommate like?
I didn't have that many bad experiences.
Yeah,
My roommates were pretty chill.
roommates.
Yeah, like one I actually shared a room with in freshman year.
And then it was just random, right?
Yeah. That was all random.
So you got lucky?
Yeah, they were pretty cool. One of them was a little so-so, but they were all right. Nothing crazy happened.
So how many were there?
That
so was it like 2 to a room, then they had a different room, 2 there, and then a living room?
Pretty much, yeah. The first year I was with 3 people, or 2 of us, so
yeah,
3 in total. Oh, hello.
So my girl right there. She's yeah, just ignore it.
Oh, no, you're in the trouble. Take that out. That's it.
No.
Should have put it on vibrate.
No comment. We're conducting an interview. We're conducting an interview here.
You already
This is.
commented. It's too late.
All right, where is this in the interview?
Oh, I lost a spot. Somewhere
You're
there.
gonna edit that out.
Back to it.
How did you get it? Like, it was just all smooth throughout your whole college experience then?
Smooth?
Yeah, like just, you got, because you said
No.
one of them was a little off, right?
Oh, you mean roommates?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just push through it. You have to live with them, and then you leave, and you're like, bye. And then you choose who you want to live with. Like, you kind of move out of the dorms, but you're still on campus.
And you did that second year?
Yeah,
You got off-campus housing?
yeah. Well, on campus, but like private.
Yeah. And then how
Housing.
were your grades?
They were all right. I'm kind of like a B+ student.
Yeah. And then what kind of classes were you taking there?
I mean, a lot of art, like art history, animation, textiles, printmaking, painting,
It's crazy.
Sculpture.
Yeah.
all sorts, ceramics.
So from that point to now, like, what made you decide after? So you graduated, right? Mm-hmm. What made you decide to come to Los Angeles and pursue your career? Like, how did you get to that point?
So I graduated college in 05,
Mm-hmm.
and then afterwards, I'm like, let me move back to Miami. I don't know what I want to do really.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved back to Miami, kind of chilled for a couple months, and then I got this random traveling job, like flying all over the U.S. to do art walls in like a clothing store.
What clothing store?
Anthropology.
Oh, I know. Those are at the malls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell candles.
Yep.
How'd you link up with them?
One of my college friends, she's like, do you want to fly up to Philadelphia and do art walls for Anthropology? And I like bought my plane ticket. And I'm like, hell yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So I thought I was going to be doing like the sets in an anthropology museum. I didn't know.
You didn't know it was the name.
I'm like, I'll take it. Like, I'm
You
flying
didn't
up
know
there.
it was the name of the store.
Yeah, I had never heard
Wow.
of Anthropology.
And so they emailed you?
Well, I mean, my friend just linked me up with the boss. So I just flew up there. They liked me. Mm-hmm. And I kind of just kept working there for like a year and a half.
Was the pay good?
I mean, for a college student, yeah. It was probably like $16 an hour.
Damn. So that was the beginning.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that?
So after that, I got tired of doing someone else's art.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was still doing art, I was like traveling around. I probably went to like 30 different cities in a year. And that was awesome.
30 different cities?
Yeah. Like I didn't have to pay rent. I was like...
What do you mean you didn't have to pay rent?
Because they would get us hotel rooms in each city.
What?
So we would like live in like Newport Beach for 2 weeks, live in Chicago for 2 weeks, and we would just like fly around.
That must have been so cool.
I loved it. A lot of the people I worked with didn't like that lifestyle.
How
But
could you not like that? To travel?
no.
So what were some of your favorite spots that you went to during those days?
I really liked Carlsbad.
Shout out to San Diego, huh?
Hell yeah.
And Power.
Carlsbad.
Okay, Carlsbad. What, because the beach?
Yeah. I mean, the hotel was literally right across from the beach.
Yeah.
And that's where I saw phosphorescent plankton the first time. Wow. Really cool.
Man, you live life good. So you did Carlsbad, and then where else? Anywhere?
San Francisco, all up and down California coast. Texas, Michigan, Chicago, Florida. Kind of just bouncing around all over.
God, that's a dream
It was
gig.
the perfect job for like
for the time being.
College, out
Yeah.
of college, yeah.
So after that, then what'd you do after that?
So after that, I saved up a little money and came back to Miami because I'm like, I'm going to start my career, my art career, and just like got a little studio on Miami Beach and kind of was like selling artwork for like a few $100 out of the studio.
You got a studio back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just kind of started working. And I had like a part-time job, like cleaning artwork for this hotel on South Beach.
Yeah.
So I would like I would take like plexi cleaner and like napkins and just clean like.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
So you had like a side hustle as well. Yeah, that was your like.
Yeah, that was for like a year. But then I just started, selling artwork full time, and I'm like, this is amazing, and it just worked.
It must have been so gratifying.
Yeah,
selling your art. Like, do you remember the first piece you sold, and like how'd that make you feel? Like when someone bought it, and gave you a check.
The first piece I sold was in college to my animation teacher.
Oh yeah.
He bought like a ceramics that I made, like a ceramic sculpture of like this weird abstract octopus thing.
Yeah. And then was your style was your style already developed by then?
It was like halfway there.
Oh.
Like half baked style.
Yeah. But the colors were there.
Sometimes. Yeah.
But now the colors are
they're there.
The colors are all over the place. Right. I mean,
yeah.
There you go. We're going to get into that later.
Okay.
But like so this wasn't fully developed yet.
Right. Not yet.
Just maybe a little bit. Okay, and then you kept slanging your art out of the studio. And then when did you start doing shows or your first
like
piece?
2007, I started doing art like professionally. So I was like getting into small group shows in Miami and like getting my name out there. How
would you define professionally? Is like once you start doing shows, that's when you're professional?
For me, professional is like that's your full-time job. And you're not like, you don't have another job that's supporting like this art hobby. You're like making money off of being an artist and like focusing almost 100% to it. I think that's professional. Yeah.
And
getting into shows, of course.
What was your first group show like? And how long did it take you to prepare for something like that?
Well, the first big one that was like kind of breakout, that was in Miami when I moved back at Locust Project. So it was like a nonprofit art space. And the director came to my studio and she's like, I'd love to have you in a show. The show is in like 2 weeks. So they had this artist.
Isn't that like kind of too short a notice?
Oh, yeah.
Because wouldn't you normally need months in advance?
Yeah, you should.
But 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Continue.
So they had this solo artist that was like going to do a solo show, but he got in like a crazy fight or something. He lived in Iceland.
Yeah.
And he couldn't come.
Okay.
He was like in the hospital or something.
So they need another artist.
So they're like, okay, we have to scramble together and do a group show. So it was me and like probably 4 other artists. And that's when I started doing the like paper sculpture hole in the walls.
Yeah.
So I cut a hole in the gallery wall and like inserted my paper sculpture in it.
In the hole?
Yeah. And that was like...
How'd you come up with that?
I mean, I had been doing paper sculptures for a couple years. And I don't know, I just wanted it to be more part of the architecture.
How did you bind all together? Like glue or?
Glue and like cardboard.
What kind of glue?
That...
Like glue,
probably
glue sticks?
Elmer's for that.
Oh, Elmer's? Oh, I got Elmer's here.
But then I started like, as I went on, you use like better
glue.
You have to.
Yeah. Because there's maybe some artists watching this, like, like where'd you get all your supplies? Like for a struggling art student, like where's the best place to go? Like Michael's or something?
I like going to Dick Blick.
That's a real
the
place?
name.
So shout out to Dick Blick Art Supply.
Shout out Dick Blick.
Yeah. Whoa, speaking of Dick Blick, we could use sponsors. So Dick Blick, holler at us. Since we like Dick Blick. We love Dick Blick. Dick Blick. We love you. Holler at us. We could use some sponsors.
Yeah.
But continue. So that's a good place to go.
Yeah.
Good prices.
Yeah. I mean, art supplies, you kind of have to like pick and choose. There's like cheap stuff and expensive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you
What
just
about the acrylic the paints? Like, aren't those expensive?
a little bit, but they last so long. It's like,
yeah. And so so that's what you'd get all your supplies there?
yeah, most of it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the show. So you have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So what'd you do? Like,
2
how did you
weeks.
handle that?
I mean, I kind of like knew what I wanted to do, and I just started like cutting all the papers one by one and like building it all together. And we cut the hole in the office space, so the back of the piece was like protruding in their office.
Oh, that's
it was
so
kind of
cool.
amazing.
Yeah. Was it like a kind of spiral?
No,
Like
it
a
was.
cone, maybe?
I can show you on my website if you want to see.
Okay, I'm on your website here. So I go back here.
So it was like
So where do I go?
super simple.
3D?
Yeah.
This is good. See, I'm prepared, George.
And then scroll very far down. Probably all the way.
Wow, this is amazing stuff. Wow, look at that. That's tripped
A
out.
lot of paper sculpture.
Yeah. Wow, look at this. Are you getting this, Bryce?
I'm getting it.
Okay. This is good. What the hell? Oh, is that the stuff on the wall?
Which
Oh, I just saw something on the wall on the right
there's
side.
a bunch
So,
of stuff
yeah.
on the wall there.
Wow, that's tripped out.
So keep it going
Wow.
Did
down.
you start using patterns? Is that something that's always been your
Yeah, Bryce asked, when did you start using patterns?
So this is the paper sculpture, by the way.
Dude,
that
where,
we were
right
talking
here?
about. Yeah.
It's right here where the kid.
Yep.
It's almost like a portal into a different dimension.
There you go.
Do you see that? That's so trippy. How did you get that? How'd you get those dimensions? Like, how do you create something like that? Is it just meticulous?
a lot of patience. Yeah. Exacto, pencil, just like
How many
freehand
lines? How many
cutting.
lines are in there?
I think that one is near like 100, like 75 to 100.
How the hell do you sit down there and do that for all that time? Do you take breaks or? I'm just curious.
Of course.
Yeah.
You gotta take breaks.
So do you start from that out, in?
Yeah, usually I start from the very outside and then
So
go
this is
smaller.
where you start, out here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you just go in circles over and over and over again?
Yeah, like one sheet, one circle. The next sheet, one circle.
Wait, so
And
there
just
are
keep-
there's separate sheets?
Yeah.
Do you believe this, dude? So how would you say how many layers are in this particular one piece?
Like 75-ish, I think. Maybe
So
more.
those are 75
circles.
circles.
Oh, yeah. And they
I'm
have
so
like
confused.
a
Like,
little bit of depth in between each one. So it's like,
And then when do you add the color?
the color is the paper. So it's like colored paper.
Do you believe this? This is crazy, dude. So were you always like, yeah, when did you start getting like, because you definitely have your own thing going on, your own style. It's almost like, I've never done DMT, but maybe people who've done DMT have seen this.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, they're in a different dimension.
I'm sure they have.
Have you messed with that or?
I mean, who knows?
Ayahuasca?
DMT is actually in all of us.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like smoking ayahuasca. Or something
I haven't.
Like that.
Not ayahuasca,
Yeah.
actually.
So this style that you've come up with, that comes from within, it's just, no one taught it to you, right?
No.
Then how the hell did you come up with all this crazy stuff,
I
man?
don't know. Like inspired by like fractals, geometry. Also like South American cultures that do like with the patterns. Like
Yeah,
the
like
crazy
this, let's talk
colors.
about this piece. Like, what's the process like there?
So that one is like, it's pretty much a sheet.
This is it, right?
Yeah. A stack
So
of
this is it,
construction
Bryce?
paper.
Right here. So how long did that take you?
That one, probably a couple weeks max. Maybe less.
Then how do you get how did you get the dimensions involved? Because it looks like you could get like sucked into it. It looks like there's so many different dimensions involved, right, George? Like how did you learn how to do that?
I just taught myself. I don't know.
Do you plan it beforehand? Like,
Yeah,
do you see what it's going to be beforehand?
I do.
Yeah, his questions, do you plan it beforehand?
I do plan it beforehand. I sketch it out first, and then I kind of have like the general shape I want to make, and I just start cutting with an X-Acto. And it usually ends up pretty similar to the sketch, which is
so
cool.
the X-Acto knife, was that something that you just came up with one night? You're like, yeah, I'm going to use the X-Acto knife. As far as the how accurate it is, like the cuts and stuff? Because that's basically a razor blade, right?
Yeah, it is.
So when did you come up with that technique?
I think in college, I just loved like...
Oh, sorry, Cole.
Oh, not Cole.
No, sorry.
Come on, Cole.
Yeah, it's Cole. Right. But yeah, in college?
I love the idea of like turning a 2D object into something 3D.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like paper, X-Acto knife, transforming it. And I just loved cutting. Also, my sister is a doctor, so she would bring home crazy anatomy books.
Oh,
with
so
like
you used
dissections and stuff.
So you used to read those?
Yeah, I would look through her books, and they're like photos of dissections and...
So you looked at medical books to come up with a crazy art style.
Yeah.
That's so crazy, dude. Big ups.
Among other things.
That's dope. That's really dope. And then what other, since we're on this topic, what other inspirations and how else did you learn all your techniques? Because in that, like what a lot of art is technique.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up with your own style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's also based on math a lot. Like very simple visual math. And
I want to look at some of your other people. Let's,
cool.
This is interesting.
And like how plants grow.
Oh, so should I go back to 3D?
Yeah.
Okay. This is your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the sculptures.
Yeah.
Hi.
So let's talk about this one.
Yes.
How did you even, are you looking at this, George? Like, how did you create, it looks like a real tube.
That is a pedestal that I created out of all separate sheets of wood.
How many different colors are in there? Like, how do you...
Ooh, how many colors?
So do you do
Maybe
it on
20?
a piece of paper first, and then you cut it?
Yeah. So that one is cut by a computer since it's wood. It's like a CNC router.
That's wood?
Yeah.
This piece is wood.
Mm-hmm. If you go to next, you'll see the detail.
Get the hell out of here.
This is the detail.
That's fine.
There's another one. Yeah, so that's wood that we spray painted.
Dude, this is boggling my mind. So then how'd you add the color? You just add the color to the wood?
Yeah. So it's all, you cut it all and it's all wood, and then you have to prime each one, sand it down, and then color it. It's super tedious.
You know, be tripped out. I don't know if this is. I just came up with this. There's just has there been a fan that's ever got one of your pieces as a tattoo?
Yes, actually, a good friend did.
Really?
Yeah, she got.
Yeah, let's see what's up. Let's see. I want to take a look.
I don't know if.
Idea, Steve?
What was that?
New tattoo idea?
I think that'd be 100 hours to do because her stuff is so detailed.
So she got.
That's a good friend because she probably sat through a lot of pain.
Yeah.
She got that?
She got that on her arm.
That?
Yeah.
What tattoo artist could replicate that?
They did a pretty good job.
So your friend got that?
Yeah.
With the colors?
Yeah.
Who?
I'll send it to you so you can overlay it for your fans. The photo.
Yeah. So who? So you just your friend?
My friend Mel. Yeah.
So shout out to Mel for
shout
even
out Melody.
sitting through this whole tattoo session.
Yeah,
that must have. How many hours did it take?
I don't know. I wasn't physically there when she got it, but hours.
Now, were you tripped out when she was like, "Hey, I was thinking about getting a tattoo of one of your pieces"?
I mean, I'm like, that's awesome that you want my artwork on your body for the rest of your life.
George,
really cool.
George only has one tattoo. Will you get one of Jenn's tattoos for your other arm?
Good one, yeah.
We'll put it on the spot. You will?
Sure.
It's
Okay.
on camera.
So, man, this is amazing. What was that?
Let's go back down to Island Tat.
To Island. Okay, shout out to Island. You're right. We got tattoos at Island free tattoos from a tattoo shop.
Sweet.
So let's talk about. I noticed that you have a collaboration with Vans shoes. I like skateboarding is for fun and stuff. So I'm a fan of the Vans. So how'd you end up doing that?
So Vans, they reached out to me I think like last year. And they wanted to do a shoe design.
Where do I go? Is it on store or
news?
It's on news.
Like the last one.
Look at these beautiful Vans.
Woo!
Where could people get a pair of those Vans?
Vans.com.
And they still have them?
Yep. You might have to like either search my name or it's in there. You'll see like a little photo on the website.
Okay, and then so they contacted you?
Yeah.
Through email?
Yeah, I think so.
And what were they saying?
They're like, we want to do a shoe collab with you. And I'm like, all right, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we came up with a few different. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good boy.
Yeah.
Hi. Came up with a few different designs. And it's cool because these shoes, people can choose to purchase them like exactly like that, or they can customize it. Like
they can customize your art on it.
So they can make it like mostly purple or like I don't know, gold laces. Or
like
whatever.
how much for a pair of those? Like the slip-ons.
I think they're anywhere from like 75 to 100.
Wow.
Because they're customizable. They're like kind of special.
Yeah, how does that work out? Like as far as, so you get a percentage of, because that's your art, right?
Well, usually it's just like a license deal. So they can use it for like 6 months or so.
Yeah, so you're pretty happy about the proceeds there?
I mean, it was an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's reaching a lot of people.
Oh,
so
hell
I'm
yeah.
very happy about that.
What does your folks think about like your art being on shoes now? Are they tripping or what?
Yeah, they're
must be,
so
your mom
excited.
must be tripping.
Yeah.
She's probably wearing a pair right now.
Well, it's on the way to her, so
yeah,
she'll be wearing them very soon.
So where do you get your influence? Like, what are you influenced by? Like, how'd you come up with I mean, because this is like what's out now, but like, how did you get to that point? Like, what are some of your influences that influence your style?
Like psychedelia. I love like dripping oozy psychedelic imagery. Mathematics, like math and nature, like fractals and how plants grow. You know, mysteries of the universe.
Yeah. So do you have a lot of books on that stuff back home, or like
a bit? Yeah, I don't have like so many books because I try not to collect many. Yeah, because they just like keep adding up. But yeah, I have some good like art books and cool nature books. And then how's your studio space? You have a studio space here now, right? Yeah.
Because I saw you. I was at my boy Audio Kim's spot there somewhere, and then you just happened to walk by, and that's how I got
Culver City.
Yeah. So what was that about? You like weren't you doing a mural there? Or?
Yeah, I might do a mural in that like office building in Culver City.
And then the guy, I met the guy you're with. Is he like is he like a studio space owner or something? Or?
No. Like the friend that I was with? Yeah, he's like an art consultant.
Okay, yeah. So then when did you start doing murals like that? Like
probably 2012 or so. And then I do like one or two big ones a year.
How long does it take? Like it's a wall, right?
Yeah, it depends on the size of it, but usually anywhere from a week to a month.
And then that's all paint? Yeah. How did you learn how to use paint? Because you were talking about cutting and doing all that, but like, when did you? I
mean, I think art school, and then like doing the murals, I kind of just learned by myself. Like,
did you mess up at all, like during a mural? Like,
yeah, but you can, especially if like you're in Miami doing a mural and it just starts raining, and the like wet paint is just like dripping down.
That's happened.
It's really annoying.
Then how do you deal with that?
You kind of just have like you bring towels with you and just start like mopping it up, because in Miami it'll rain for like 10 minutes and then sunny. It's like you never really know.
Wow. So how many murals do you think you've done thus far in your career?
Probably like 10 or
10?
more. Maybe 10 to 15.
And they reach out to you. They're like, hey, we're...
Yeah.
Like, how do people, like, discover... I'm just curious. How do they discover Jenn Stark's? Like, is it just word of mouth or through your website? Like, how does that happen?
I think a little bit of both. Word of mouth and, like, social media stuff.
Because you have quite a big following. Yeah. I follow you myself. Do you guys follow her? So do they... have people DM'd you?
Yeah.
And then do you read those?
Not really. I read the DMs maybe
You don't.
once a month.
You don't.
I know. Email's better if anybody wants to get in touch.
Because I tried DMing you for the show.
and I didn't answer.
Because when I saw you, you were with that guy, and I go, hey, and then I'm like, hey, and then like, long time no see, and then I'm like, and then I don't know if you even knew what I was talking about, because I go, yeah, I just,
I did.
I tried, DMing you to see if you'd be a guest.
I don't really read DMs a lot.
I didn't know it though, so you didn't even read it.
I don't think so.
So it was meant to be that I saw you with Eddie, because you're here now.
Perfect.
Because if that wouldn't have happened, then maybe you wouldn't have read your DMs.
Right.
How many? I'm just curious. This is just my own curiosity, because you have such a big following. How many DMs do you think, unread DMs, do you think you have in your box?
75%.
Huh? Like how many?
75% maybe. Oh, I don't know. At
Hundreds
least,
and hundreds and hundreds.
I mean, I think they disappear after 100.
Wow. So I'm just curious. Why don't you read them?
No, I just don't.
You just don't. It's just bug. It's
sometimes
just like tedious?
sometimes I like to. I just forget.
You forget.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, man. Yeah. So this is great. So do you have anything like? When's your next show? Like, when's your solo show coming up?
Oh, that's right.
Don't you have?
I have a solo show at Wild and Cran, and
what's Wild and Cran?
So this is a gallery. It's an awesome gallery in the Arts District.
All right, tell them what's up.
In Los Angeles.
Yeah. When?
Everybody should come out.
Everybody.
So this is November 17th, which is like less than 2 weeks.
Coming up,
it's like
dude.
Almost a week away.
How do they get tickets, Jenn Stark?
It's free.
It's free too?
Yeah.
Say the address. Say it again. Say it again.
All right, Wild and Cran.
Wild and Cran.
If you follow
Artist
me,
District.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting about it. So I'll share the address there.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
And it's gonna be an interactive animation projection. So like the viewers will be able to interact with the animation.
What the?
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm just gonna make a hypothesis. You know what my fear is?
What?
People are gonna show up on like.
I know it's gonna happen. I think. Yeah.
Don't you think, Bryce?
Hell yeah.
I mean, people are gonna show up. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I saw the Steebee Weebee." They're gonna dilate pupils and everything.
Maybe.
But
I mean, as long as they're peaceful, fine.
I mean, how can you not, right?
Yeah.
So,
right.
so how long did it take you to prepare for this?
Probably a couple months of working with very talented animator friend.
Who's this animator from?
David Lewandowski.
David Lewandowski. How'd you meet this guy? Shout out to David.
I call him D-Lew.
Yeah, D-Lew.
He's amazing.
How'd you guys collab, meet and everything?
I met him through a friend years ago, and he actually helped me do artwork for the MTV VMAs.
That's what's
in
up.
2015.
You did artwork for the MTV?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, what hasn't she done? Let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's dig deeper.
Yeah. So
that's how I met him.
MTV. VMAs. Wow. So can we talk about because that took me by surprise. Let's talk about some of your most favorite collaborations. So would you say Vans, obviously, because your art's on their damn shoes. That's awesome. But other than Vans, who else?
Well, the MTV VMAs thing was awesome because Miley Cyrus was the host that year.
Miley Cyrus.
It was like...
I'm not going to give her... Because she doesn't need a shout-out. Everyone... Well, no. Everyone knows...
I'll give her a shout-out.
No, okay, yeah.
Shout out Miley.
Steve.
All right, I'll give Miley Cyrus a shout-out. Okay, keep going. So Miley Cyrus.
So yeah, she was the host that year, and she actually was a fan of my artwork, so she helped push.
Miley Cyrus was?
Yeah. And it's
Miley
funny.
Cyrus was a fan of her art.
Like, literally.
What does that make you feel like?
Literally, like a month before she discovered my artwork. And then MTV approached her and they're like, hey, we want to use this artist for the VMAs. And she's like, I just met her. Like, I met her through my friend Wayne Coyne of the Flaming Lips.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
You know him?
He's amazing.
You know him? I'm a big fan.
Aww.
When I worked at the Amoeba, the Yoshima, the Pink Roll, that album sold every other customer. That was selling like hotcakes.
Whoa, cool.
You know that guy? Mm-hmm. Can you get Wayne? Hey, Wayne. Wayne, I love your music, man. I would love for you to be a guest on here. How'd you meet Wayne from Flaming Lips? I'm so glad you brought that up.
It was through a mural.
Because his music's amazing.
Yeah, and he's like a very psychedelic guy.
I could tell. His
He
music's
loves color.
His music's out there. I love it. The robots, Yoshima, all that. So how'd you meet him?
Met him through a mural that I did.
And he just walked by?
It was at the Surf Lodge in New York, and he was like performing there, and he's like, who made this mural? And my gallerist happened to be there and is like, here's her number. Like, you guys should be friends. And he just like texted me. This was 2014, maybe.
Is he cool?
Yeah. He's really
He seems like, I think I saw like a mini documentary on, he seems like really just down to earth.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His live shows were amazing, like the way they put like different animal outfits and then they had a huge ball. Like because then they've done like Coachella, like they've been the headliners on Coachella.
Yeah, that's...
Do you like their Flaming Lips?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so what other, now this is, I'm so glad that this has come up, like what other musicians or artists have you worked with?
Of course I'm gonna draw a blank now. Other collabos that I've loved, let's see. I mean, this is not a collabo, but I did a mural in the Miami airport that I really love.
In the airport?
Yeah, in the Miami airport.
Her stuff's in the airport, babe. In the airport.
Yeah, and you have to physically walk through it. It's like, it's a mural on a ceiling and like walls. It's like in a hallway.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, that must have been like mind-blowing just to be at an airport putting your stuff in the airport.
It was pretty rad.
So mom and pops knows about that one.
Yeah.
And they probably, and every time they probably go, my daughter did that, right?
Yeah.
They must be so proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
what other, I'm so interested now, like what other, you must have met so many, what other cool people have you met just throughout your journey?
I mean, Wayne and Miley are pretty high up there. Who else?
Any like movie directors or actors or?
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I just kind of...
Your mind went blank?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mind went blank.
Who were you most like surprised to find out they were a fan?
Yeah. Who are you the most surprised that were fans of yours?
Oh, maybe like Lance Armstrong.
The astronaut?
No!
Oh, that's Neil.
Close.
Okay, edit that, please. No. Edit that. Yeah, please edit that. That one hurt my heart. Okay. Oh, that one hurt my heart.
That's okay. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Lance.
He wouldn't mind being compared.
Neil. I'm so sorry. That was Neil. But continue.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it like meeting Lance?
So,
George, why are you still laughing, George?
Well, he got one of my artworks. I think he got a pedestal, like one of the paper sculpture pedestals.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he's like a fan and a collector of my work, which is awesome. And I haven't actually met him in person yet, but I need to.
And then you have a store, don't you? On your website?
Yeah.
Okay, so
like a digital store.
Digital store.
Yeah.
So if someone watching, where could they get? Like, can you tell the viewers where or fans where they could purchase some of your art?
Well, www.jenstark.com.
Jenn Stark, JENSTARK.
There you go.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay.
And you just click on store or shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like some clothing, a couple like new tote bags
Dude,
that I just
you're
made.
killing it, dude.
Thank you.
You're killing it.
I'm trying.
Oh, this is out of my own curiosity. What are some of your dream collabos for the future?
Well,
For the future.
I mean, I really want to go down like public art, like sculptural stuff more, and I really want to do like renewable energy public sculpture.
Dope.
Yeah, and try to like really push that, like not like global warming a little bit, but more like, you know, trying to make the world a better place with my artwork.
Yeah.
So I would love to do a huge
Like mural or
outdoor,
piece?
like an outdoor sculpture.
Like an outdoor sculpture.
Yeah, that has renewable energy as part of it.
So you do it.
This is my dream.
So that's awesome. I'm sure it's going to happen too, considering the stuff you've already told us. What is that, George?
What do you mean by having renewable energy as part of it?
Like either solar, something that's kinetic that moves, or like
Solar energy, something like
like
that collects
panels,
solar energy.
solar or wind, where like it connects energy, and like maybe you have a sculpture in your garden and it like powers part of your house or something like that, or like the renewable energy makes the sculpture move or like lights it up at night or stuff like that. Yeah.
Out of my own curiosity too, like, do you have your own clothes?
Yeah.
With your art, like.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, on my website there's a few available.
Are those pants yours
No,
too?
this is not mine.
Where do you get your stuff?
This is Wacky Wacko.
Uh-huh.
It's this awesome artist, Andrew Ang or something. But I love this because he's
Is he in LA?
touching his butt.
Yeah, it's great. Is it Los Angeles?
Yeah,
artist?
Los Angeles.
Okay. Andrew?
And then this is Mara Hoffman, who's like a
Wow.
cool like fashion designer.
But you have your own clothes.
Yeah.
So for both guys and girls, like, we could get a shirt too?
Yeah.
Okay, how many different shirts do you have available?
I only have like one print and I need to re-up it. I think I'm like almost sold out of stuff.
Yeah. Damn, your life is filled up, man. This is great. So, what's the capacity in 2 weeks during the show? Like, how much could the space fit?
Ooh, I mean, it's
'Cause it's in
not that
downtown.
big of a space. It's like
It's a warehouse, like a mini warehouse or something?
yeah, it's like the project space. So it's like in kind of the back of the gallery, and we're blacking everything out. And then the front of the gallery is another artist, Vicky Alexander.
Shout out to Vicky.
Yeah,
Yeah, are you friends with her?
not yet.
Okay. And then how did they get her? Like, why her?
I think the gallery's been working with her for a few years, so they just asked her. So it's like 2 separate solo shows.
Yeah. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it should
How
be good.
excited are you?
I'm excited.
Really?
Yeah,
And then
and
all your
a little
friends-
nervous, but excited.
Like, nervous in what ways?
Because, you know, we have to make sure the animation works.
Yeah. And then what else are you nervous about?
Yeah, I mean, technology sometimes
Messes up. Yeah.
So, just working
that's
out the
gonna
kinks.
Be awesome. Okay, so how we doing, man? Like, how we doing on time?
We're about 60.
We did an hour. An hour. Now, is there anything? Did I forget? Is there anything that I forgot? I wanted to. Let's just to get this out of the way. Can we shout out your website again, which is www.jenstark.com, and then what's your Instagram?
At jenstark.com.
And then your Twitter or Facebook or
Pretty much same thing.
everything Jenn Stark.
Yeah.
Okay, and then definitely, guys, go to her store and purchase all that stuff, right? Her prints, right?
Yep, new tote bag.
Go to the Vans, right?
Yeah.
Go to the Vans store and purchase some of these dope Vans, and you could customize your own damn Vans shoes with her artwork on them. Okay.
Yep.
You should do tattoo designs too.
Maybe I will next.
There's probably a huge market for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just do like little
Like a little stencil?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So what's in the future for Jenn Stark? Let's end it with that. Like
well, besides that solo show,
what else?
I'm doing a mural in San Francisco in December.
In December?
And that's going to be fun.
How do people see that?
Well, it's in like a private building, but they can probably go up in it.
Yeah,
if
what
they wanted
building?
to. It's a law office in the city.
Okay, but like
I don't know where it's at.
You don't know where it's at?
They're building it right now.
It's going to be on your web. Is it going to be on your Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to post it, right?
Yes.
Okay, then what else? What else is?
What else? What else am I working on? Some like public sculpture stuff that's going to come out in the near future.
Awesome.
And that is really
I can tell
exciting.
you have a real love for sculpture.
Yeah, I do.
And that's something that I didn't like. We didn't get into that, but if you wanted to touch upon that, like, when did you start getting into sculpture?
I think like college. I feel like I started getting into most of my like current loves in college. Yeah.
And then how does one even learn sculpture? Like, as far as getting the materials to sculpt?
I mean, I was sculpting with like paper.
With paper?
Yeah.
And glue?
Yeah. I call them paper sculptures.
Wow.
So.
And just like, you could use newspaper?
Yeah, you could if you want.
Okay, keep going. Okay, and then it just started from there. Then how did it get to like the...
And then just started working with like wood and
clay?
Plastic. And I've worked with clay, but not like as a professional artist.
What's the best material to use for sculpting? Like, what's the most like satisfying?
I like wood or like mirrored stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
Oh yeah.
What's that like?
Well,
here we go. Here we go.
So the mirrored stainless steel pieces that I've been making are like almost two-dimensional. They're like these flat sculptures that hang on the wall.
Damn.
And you can see your reflection in them. They're like super mirror.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, they're really fun to make. I like those a lot.
So that is you. That's your style. And then you came up. So when did you get your definite style? Like with like the way the concepts with the colors. Like when did that all just pop and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Sorry guys, I just said yeah.
I would say like 2004.
And what made you like? Did you have an epiphany, or did you have some kind of?
I mean, I studied abroad in France in college.
You went to France too?
Yeah.
Where? Marseille? Like where?
Very close. Aix-en-Provence.
Okay. Never been. I just guessed.
That was a good guess. Okay. It's like 20 minutes away.
Okay.
So I studied abroad for a half a year, like a semester in college. And I was like, a college student that didn't have that much money. So when I went into the art store, I just bought like the cheapest material. That was construction paper.
Do you like living in France?
Yeah. It's like...
Are there Asians? Are there Asians there?
Yeah. Maybe not as much as the U.S., but there are.
Okay, keep going. Yeah.
The like French lifestyle is awesome. Especially
How do you define a French lifestyle?
It's just like
versus a U.S. lifestyle.
Living good, not stressing about like work or like other stuff.
Not stressing about work.
Eating. Super healthy, delicious stuff.
Like what? Cheese?
Yeah.
They're all about wine and cheese.
Yeah, we would drink like a bottle. I lived with a French family too. And we would drink every night.
Be real with it. You drink a bottle of wine?
Yeah.
What, a day?
Night. I mean, not that's myself, but
that's how they do it out there?
Yeah.
You guys know about
Maybe
this?
like a half a bottle each.
It's lower percentage, right?
Yeah. Well, what kind of how would you define French cuisine? Like
just really
a lot of
fresh.
bread and cheese.
Yeah, like their fridge was tiny, so they just stored like milk and eggs in their fridge.
That's what they eat.
And then they would like go to the market every day and buy all the fresh stuff that they wanted to make that day.
Just that day.
Yeah.
But they're all about eggs and cheese and milk.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I want to go. I've never been to Europe, man.
You gotta go.
You guys been?
Yeah.
God.
it's
Well,
amazing.
keep going. So, like, how long were you there for?
I was there like 6 months, I think.
Dude, that must have been
Yeah,
so
it was
cool.
amazing. And I
Yeah.
didn't know any French.
Then how did you get by, like, walking around?
It was a big learning experience.
Yeah.
I learned a little bit. Un petit peu. Je parle français un petit peu.
What does that mean?
I speak a little French.
Wow. Speaking of France and this place you're living in, what other places have you been to in Europe? And, like, have you had art shows in these other European places?
I had an art show in Bangkok, Thailand.
Shout out to Thailand.
Woo! Thailand is
I
amazing.
love Thai food.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Whew, that-
Tom Kha, that coconut soup.
yes.
Damn, that's
There you
bomb.
go. Mm-hmm.
What was it like in Thailand?
Awesome. It's actually kind of like the weather's kind of similar to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Really like tropical and rainy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like a whole other world. I had never experienced that before.
How long were you out there?
That was actually only like a week or two.
Okay.
It was pretty short.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what kind of, like, what were some of your favorite foods and stuff out there?
I mean,
You got street stuff too, or
we try not to do too much street because,
is it dangerous?
I mean, if you're a foreigner, your like stomach's not used to their, you know,
Their stuff.
things. If I lived there, I would probably eat it every day. But
yeah. Okay, where else? So Thailand, France, where else?
where else? Art show in Europe. I don't know.
Germany?
I mean, I've been to Germany, Spain. I feel like I've been all over.
London?
Not London.
You haven't been to London?
Not yet.
I want to go there.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah. Anywhere in Italy?
Mm-hmm.
Where? You had a show in Italy?
Not a show, but I just visited when I was studying abroad in like Florence and Sardinia.
Well traveled, dude.
I
Yeah.
try. I love
Would you
traveling.
ever live out there?
Maybe.
I mean, would you retire like once you're...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe.
Netherlands?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, no, wait. I haven't been to the Netherlands.
Amsterdam?
Yes, that's the
Amsterdam,
Netherlands,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah. Mhm,
Yes,
that
I've
is.
been to Amsterdam.
Are we right?
Correct?
There ain't another Armstrong?
Uh-oh.
Amsterdam, Netherlands. Okay, continue. So you've been there.
In my background, like my family's from like Norway and other
Yeah.
parts of Europe. But I
Yeah.
would love to go to Norway.
So that's where your roots are from?
Yeah.
From Norway?
Yep.
From your mom's side or your dad's side?
That's dad's side. My mom is like Irish, Italian, English, like Euro mutt.
Wow, you got to go back, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I have to go.
You're killing it in life, dude. Another pound on
Thank
that.
you.
Tell them again when the show is. I just want to keep repeating it so people in Los
All right.
Angeles show up. November
17th.
17th. Where?
Saturday night at Wilding Cran Gallery.
Wild. I want to. Are we invited?
Of course. Everyone's invited.
They'll allow us
If
in.
you go,
Yeah.
100% chance you'll see Steve. Right, Steve?
I might be there, so show up
100% chance.
if they let me in.
Yeah.
They'll let
they
me
might
in?
not let you in.
They might not. www.jenstark.com. JENSTARK.com. Buy Oliver prints, Oliver stuff. Go to vans.com. Get those customized vans.
Hell yeah.
So was that easy for you? It was easy interview?
Yeah. Pretty painless.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
This is all about you.
I know. It's.
Anything we missed?
Did we miss anything?
Let's do a question for Steve. We guys put him on the
Yeah, you can put me on the spot
Oh.
too. Yeah. All right, easy there, Bryce. Damn.
I mean.
No pressure.
We're good. We're good.
All right. Cool.
Okay, do another
That was
pound on that.
fun.
Check out my girl Jenn Stark, November 17th, and we're out.
Boom.
No Lil Ray this week.